Alright, finally, after about 60 hours, I done got all the pieces of this 21-inch Fletcher Clash Destroyer V-hole. This thing's going to be RC. Going to make this thing brushless with a 42 millimeter propeller. And it's going to be running on 3-cell LiPos with 90 amp ESC and a 2000 kV brushless motor. Going to see how it is. Going to go ahead and put this thing together and see how it's going to fit all together. There's already a problem already seen. I didn't notice this in the slicer, but for some reason it's raised right here. I'm going to probably just end up filling this up with some JB Weld and feathering it in to make it match the top here. See, as you can see, it's a little narrower for some weird reason, but other than that, it's pretty good. Fits on there square. It looks real nice all the way around. Bottom seems to fit pretty good on the other part here. But should have plenty of water line. I'm going to try to put a 540 size motor in this thing. It's like an extra long case one. It's real thick unit. It's a 5 millimeter. It's like a 1/8 scale motor. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there and see if it doesn't sink. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue all these pieces together and see if this unit can float. I printed the top of this hole here with tree supports. It did pretty well. It made all the little small details, all the overhanging parts and everything. It did a real nice job. They all came off real easy. It's printed it's printed in PLA with a nozzle temp of 205, and it all came off real nice. And these two pieces, the reason I sliced this hole up in two pieces like this is to make it where I could print it off with no supports and wouldn't waste any extra material. Only supports I used right here on these little, I guess you'd call those like propeller guards or something. But my hopes with this thing is to, when it's set in the water, I wanted to make it where it looks like an actual model. And I got this extra wire line here just to make sure that it'll have just enough to still float. Right. This V-hole, I floated it to see how it floats, and basically the whole thing sinks down, so it shouldn't be out of balance or nothing. It shouldn't sit to one side or anything. So that's a good deal. So hopefully this thing sinks down about an inch. This is an 1 3/4 hole height here, and I want to sink down at least an inch. So it'll be right here at this little propeller stringer deal. And I'm just going to sit here and have the water line right there. And hopefully it's going to look like a good little model whenever it's done and has all the electronic things in it. Well, got it all pieces glued together. Got the top just sitting on top of there. And I went ahead and gave this thing a float test. And just to find out that pretty much a lot of the seams leak. So to fix that problem, what I'm going to do is put paper all over this thing, super glue paper to it, and then I'm going to put some fiberglass resin over it. And that should seal the hole up, and I shouldn't have any problems there. And as for the float test, it seems like before it started sinking a lot, I'd put 2 batteries in it just to give it some weight. And it seems like it floats right, sinks probably like an inch down. It's right there. Pretty close to where I want it to sit, but a little bit higher wouldn't hurt. At least it would float a little more out of the water and be a little more wave proof. But other than that, it's gonna be it for this video, guys, and that's let's see how this paper mache stuff does.